So what makes feedback high quality and how that affects retention? So actionable feedback includes specific examples of what well or poorly in an employee's past performance and outlines specific opportunities for growth. So for example, if you say you interrupt people in meetings, that's a piece of feedback. But what would be more actionable is if you added examples tied to outcomes and then suggested an alternate behavior. So what we're looking for is not just the feedback, but those specific examples and those alternative behavior suggestions. And we find that at this organization, Black employees are 26% more likely to receive unactionable feedback. And that's actually despite only receiving 79% as much feedback overall. So they're getting less feedback and more of the feedback is unactionable. That makes it really hard for them to understand what they need to do next in their role in order to grow and advance. And what is the effect of unactionable feedback? Well, we also see that people who receive unactionable feedback are more likely to leave their organization. This is actually across all demographics, controlling for things like performance review rating, tenure, job level, gender, and race and ethnicity. But these folks who are receiving this feedback are 11% more likely to leave. And as you saw on the last slide, this is disproportionately affecting Black employees. Another factor contributing to feedback quality that we wanted to investigate was directness and clarity. So managers often struggle to provide feedback clearly and directly. Maybe they're trying to avoid conflict and shying away from providing direct feedback, especially when the feedback is critical in nature. So you can think of these sort of softening terms, we call them hedging terms. Here are some examples from the data set that we had. I think, a bit, generally, probably. These are not terms that are necessary for providing your feedback. They're softening the feedback, and they're used quite commonly. And we actually find that shying away from giving direct feedback causes employees to leave. We found that people who are getting performance reviews containing, I think, hedging statements were actually 29% more likely to leave their company within the next year than everybody else.